So, did a video a while back talking about how Donald Trump isn't managing his own ground game. He outsourced it to a pack controlled by Elon Musk. Well, we're hearing more about the conditions of the canvassers, etc., and what it was like to work part of that ground game in Michigan. And apparently, they were being driven around in the back of a seatless U-Haul truck, having their hotel, which was covered by the pack for them being there, threatened if they didn't hit certain numbers. Finding out that in the video I did a while back, they were talking about how the glitchy the app was going. It didn't always register. They had to double and triple check houses, etc. And then they were threatened with not having a room for the night, that they wouldn't have a place to sleep if they didn't hit certain numbers, and that they may have to pay for their own flight home because they wouldn't cover it. So they fly people into Michigan to work for them, don't tell them exactly what they're going to be doing, and that they may. Sounds like they weren't even being told that they were working for Donald Trump or the Trump campaign by extension here. And then just working under deplorable conditions. And people want to tell me that this campaign is going to be close. You don't hear about those kind of stories coming out of the Harris campaign, that they're, threatening their canvassers and their door knockers, etc., with not paying for their hotel and driving them around in seatless U-Haul vans. They're getting buses. Their hotels are covered. They got flights, etc. They're not doing that. Why? Because, like I said, one of the things about this campaign is fundraising. Kamala Harris is outraising Donald Trump 2-1, and she has the resources to spend on things like the ground game in all of the swing states, and she's raised enough money that she's transferred down ballot to other races to help them out as well. Where Donald Trump doesn't have the money, you're hearing that he's having to outsource his ground game to Elon Musk. And he takes the money that does come in to help fund his legal defense and prop up his businesses. And people want to tell me this race is going to be close. It's not going to be close. I'm thinking it's going to be a landslide. There's no reason it should be close other than the media wants you to believe it's going to be close, because then you keep tuning in and you're scared, and you keep tuning into them to make you feel better. Then they don't tell you that it's going to be they keep saying it's going to be a horse race and you don't feel better. So this whole thing about the ground game is ridiculous, but it's typical Donald Trump. He cheaped out on it by going to the third party and having Elon Musk do it, and then you hear that it's ridiculous working conditions, almost potentially illegal, you would think, driving people around in an unsafe U-Haul van, etc. So we'll see what happens out of this, but I just don't see how any of this is going to be close, because they're not running a serious campaign when you hear about them doing things like this.